Have you ever worked your tail off all day, only to look back and realize you didn't actually accomplish anything important? Yeah, me too. It's like running on a treadmill. Lots of effort, zero progress. But what if I told you the problem isn't how hard you're working, it's what you're working on? Today we're diving into Essentialism by Greg McKeown, a book that'll teach you how to stop spinning your wheels and start focusing on what truly matters. Let's figure out how to do less and achieve more. Okay, here's the deal. Most of us are trying to do everything. We say yes to every opportunity, every request, every shiny new idea. And then we wonder why we're exhausted, overwhelmed, and still not getting ahead. Greg McKeown calls this the undisciplined pursuit of more. It's like trying to juggle 10 balls at once. Eventually you drop them all. Essentialism flips that script. It's about doing less but better. Instead of saying yes to everything, you focus only on the things that truly move the needle. Sounds simple, right? But trust me, it's life-changing. The myth of having it all. Let's talk about one of the biggest lies we've been sold. The idea that you can have it all. Spoiler alert, you can't. At least, not all at once. Think about it. If you're trying to excel at work, be a super parent, train for a marathon, learn guitar, and binge-watch Netflix, all in the same week, you're setting yourself up for failure. Essentialism says, hey, pick one thing, maybe two, but don't try to do everything, because when you spread yourself too thin, you end up doing nothing well. And honestly, who wants to live like that? How to say no without feeling guilty? Now, here's where it gets tricky. Saying no. For most of us, saying no feels like breaking up with someone over text. It's awkward, uncomfortable, and sometimes guilt-inducing. But McKeown argues that saying no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Why? Because every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something important. For example, if you spend 3 hours scrolling TikTok, you're saying no to working on that novel you've been dreaming about. So next time someone asks you to do something, ask yourself, is this worth my time? If the answer is no, politely decline. Your future self will thank you. The power of prioritization. Alright, let's talk about prioritization, the secret source of essentialism. Here's the golden rule. Not everything is equally important. Some tasks are game changers, others are just busy work. McKeown suggests using a simple question to filter your decisions. If I could only do one thing today, what would it be? That one thing becomes your priority. Everything else, it either waits or gets cut entirely. For instance, instead of checking emails first thing in the morning, you might focus on writing that report or brainstorming ideas for your business. Small shifts like this can make a huge difference over time, creating space for what matters. Finally, let's talk about creating space, not just in your schedule, but in your mind. One of the coolest concepts in the book is the idea of buffer zones. These are pockets of time you intentionally leave open to recharge, think, or adapt to changes. For example, instead of cramming your calendar back to back, leave gaps between meetings. Use that time to breathe, reflect, or tackle unexpected challenges. Trust me, your brain will thank you. Plus, having buffer zones makes you way less likely to freak out when life throws you a curveball. Real-life application. Alright, let's bring this to life. Imagine you're feeling overwhelmed at work. Instead of trying to tackle your entire to-do list, apply essentialism. First, identify your top priority. Maybe it's finishing that big presentation. Next, say no to distractions, like unnecessary meetings or side projects. Finally, create buffer zones in your day to recharge and stay focused. By cutting out the noise and zeroing in on what matters, you'll not only get more done, you'll feel less stressed while doing it. Boom. Productivity without burnout. Conclusion. So here's the bottom line. You don't have to do it all to have it all. In fact, trying to do everything is a recipe for mediocrity. Essentialism teaches us to focus on what truly matters. Say no to the rest and create a life of purpose and clarity, ready to simplify your life and level up. Grab your copy of Essentialism using the link below and start transforming the way you think about productivity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, less really is more. See you soon.